I was thinking, Aphelios will be so weak at this patch. I realized a new broken build thanks to a friend. But not only my new favorite build, I will talk about all the builds that are in my mind. I want you to use the builds that you like and let us know what you think in our Discord server. Have fun. First of all, no matter what we build, we will be sacrificing something from our kit. This patch not looking really good for Aphelios players. But this build is really interesting. It's still on the test, but let's talk about it. Yomu's Ghostblade. You're surprised, right? Firstly, it gives you 68 and 18 lethality. Amazing. 20 ability haste is whatever. Active is to get movement speed for a while. And imagine if we use this with Ghost, or as always we just use Exhaust. Our champion is really immobile, so it really helps a lot. And the Hound. It's basically like Static Shiv or Storm Razor. When you move, you just stack up. And when you come to the 100, it just gives you amazing amounts of lethality. The bad thing about this is we do not have crits, but we do not actually need crit as much when we have this much raw AD and lethality with the following up items. Second item, Collector. So basically we're having 55 AD, it's a good number. 20% crit chance is back with this. It's still gonna be less, but why not? From 12 to 18 lethality buff. When this item came out, it has good amount of lethality and it was broken and they nerfed it. Now it's back. And you guys know how good this item on Aphelios about executing people. You're gonna have a 3Q upgrades for 15 AD and you're gonna max E, and the amount of lethality that you will get from there is amazing too. Before I talk about the math, if we need anti-heal, you guys know what to do. If the enemies are super tank, if we need that percentage health damage, we go LDR, it's totally up to you. Meanwhile, we are having so much lethality. We also have armor penetration, but this is not over. You guys know how much I like attack speed, and you guys think that we're gonna like attack speed and fall off. No. Guys, this is the new big update. We are going Hail of Blades. I know it sounds crazy, but the playstyle we have, this rune works amazingly. Even in the level 1, like the clip that you're watching right now, you just out damage everyone. You're super aggressive, and this Hail of Blades helps you about attack speed thing, and it only has 8 seconds of cooldown. You can have it back meanwhile the team fight continues, but in the early and mid game, you basically harass your opponents. Meanwhile, you have amazing raw AD and lethality, which gonna triggered by a Hail of Blades without having a need of attack speed. Of course, it has some weaknesses, but just try it out. About the small math, level 11, 3 items. We are at 300, 320, 80, 82 lethality plus 30% armor penetration, 40% crit, and a healthy 1 attack per second. With Berserker boots, of course. Granted that 82 lethality goes down for 69 after 4 seconds in combat, but they're probably dead before that matter. Even at 2 items and level 9 with just Ghostblade and Collector, you're still sitting at 80 lethality and 250 AD. But this build is still on the test, so it's time to move on to the second build. The second build is very complicated, so be ready. With this build, there are so many paths that you can follow. First thing first, instead of starting with Infinity Edge, we want to start with the secondary item. Because Infinity Edge gives you only 20% of crits, and this item works amazing when you only crit. So that's why we swap the orders with the legendary item. You can either start with Static Shiv or Storm Razor. Do you want that extra damage or wave clear? Or do you want that mobility, which is amazing for Aphelios? These two first items is gonna reward you a little, but you're not gonna be strong like last patch. But it will be fine. And second item we follow up with Infinity Edge, of course, so 40% crit chance actually gonna make it work, but it's not gonna be broken like before. And the third item, if you're looking for more raw AD and heavier gameplay, you can follow up with Bloodthirster, or you can follow up with armor penetration, either LDR or Mortal Reminder. You can add the Bloodthirster to the fourth item, it's totally up to you. Or if you're looking for something more faster, you can continue items like Phantom Dancer or Runaans or anything in your mind. But if you go with the attack speed one, your damage gonna be so low. So this build always gonna be decent but never be the best. We'll learn more when we test more. Third build is similar to the second one, but I will recommend this build against heavy pokes or whenever you need sustain. We just start with Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster is rewarding you more than Infinity Edge. No matter what, you always have this sustain, and you basically follow up with Static Shiv or Storm Razor again, like the build before, or you can just put the Infinity Edge to second if you want a heavier second item, or you can just put Infinity Edge second if you want more raw AD with slower attack speed, and follow up with third attack speed again, or maybe even armor penetration. Okay, fourth build. This one is really situational, and I know not everybody would gonna like it. Very close to the first build, but with Infinity Edge start. But with crit, you can start to this one with Infinity Edge or Gale Force. So what is the difference? Infinity Edge, it just doesn't reward you as a first item, so it's gonna be really sufferable. Personally, I don't really hate that much. With Gale, you will have a extra flash over cooldown, you guys already know. And Gale Force actually gives you attack speed, crit, and AD and movement speed. It actually sounds like a rewarding item, but I'm not a huge fan of it. After that, we follow up with Collector again. Remember the lethality buff. So in Vintage Collector, you basically one-shot people. Imagine a 5-man Inferno tier, they can all just die in 1 second. With Gale Force, it's similar but a little bit less damage, but remember you have mobility. And you're not gonna find a situation that you're gonna one-shot 5 people all the time, so you can just execute single person with the heavy damage and Gale Force follow-up. But it's not really easy to play with these since these have huge weaknesses. But after that you can still have the follow-up like the builds before. And the fun time. I wish they didn't change the Runaans here, but it has same start, Infinity Edge, follow up with Runaans here, but unfortunately Runaans doesn't give you raw AD anymore, it gives you on-hit effect. So when you cast your skills, it can be your Infernum Q, it can be your Calibrum Q, it just doesn't help at all. It only helps when you on-hit, you do very less, because we are Hybrid Caster Attack Damage Champion. A little complicated, right? I won't do this build, but if I was doing it, I would follow up with Bloodthirster because we really lack of damage with Runaan's second, and it gives you sustain too, and after that I will continue with armor penetration, and the last item is yours. Let me know how it goes. I just wanted to add that this patch is definitely looking very good for on-hit AD carries, and Aphelios is not really a on-hit AD carry. Like I said, it's a hybrid caster auto attack damage champion, so that's why I didn't add the on-hit build, because there are other AD carries that gonna do this job better than Aphelios. But you can also try that too, it's just good. It's not the best, but it's just good. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Please try these builds. Try my favorite one. Let us know on the Discord. Just share all your ideas in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye!
Could you love her? A haunted, haunted house. Oh, could you love me now? A haunted, haunted house. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. You're just like inside. A haunted, haunted house. I'm a haunted house. Words till the coffins in the third. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion.
Yeah, so fair.